Webheads, don't miss out on the newest, the latest, and the greatest comic books getting ready to hit store shelves. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And guys, this is the latest F.O.C. powered by my LCS Comic Central, highlighting some of the hottest comic books getting ready to come out. Kicking off this F.O.C., we have DC Comics, and we have those embossed covers once again, guys. Store price on day of release will be $12.99 while supplies last. But if you pre-order now, at least at Comic Central anyway, you can get them for $10.99. And here we have a good one. We got Wildcats Issue One, looking freaking pretty sweet. And then you have Batman Incorporated Issue 2, which I was not a fan of Issue 1, but it looks like I'm going to be buying Issue 2 for this cover because, again, it looks pretty sweet. I want to collect all these embossed covers. Then we move on to Batman One Bad Day, Mr. Freeze Issue 1, the one-shot. This looks like a pretty cool story with Mr. Freeze, but I haven't been buying any of these personally. Great cover art right here. And then here we have another one as well. When it comes to Wildcats, if you don't want to spend the money on those embossed covers, then we have just the main book, which is a $3.99 book, so it's definitely reasonably priced. And then you got this variant right here. That says it all. I am buying that cover no matter what. That is absolutely a gorgeous cover, man. And then we have more variant covers when it comes to Wildcats. So big release when it comes to this comic book here. Then we have Jeff Johns' new book, New Golden Age Issue 1. This is one shot. So, is this supposed to be the one shot and then be released further? I'm not 100% sure. And then there's your variant covers for there. You got Alan Scott there. That's a really nice looking cover with them all in there. And then we have Batman vs. Robin Issue 3. This is interesting. So a lot of people loved Issue 1, and I've been hearing mixed reviews when it comes to Issue 2. I liked Issue 2. I know a lot of people are not into magic, and that's including myself. I'm not a real magic guy, and I thought there was an over-obsessive use of magic. But I said that I got like Evil Dead vibes from that book with Batman going into a cabin and there's all these crazy supernatural things going on in there. We kind of get a revelation of what's going on with Alfred. So I'm definitely anticipating Issue 3. And here is your variant covers. And then we have Batman vs. Robin Issue 3, the fight poster variants. That's pretty cool right there. Unfortunately, when it comes to all these embossed covers and all this extra stuff, like, these comics are getting really pricey, and it's going to limit on certain things that I can buy. And these are cool, and I'm not sure how much these books actually are, but again, with books being so expensive, it limits some of the extra fun stuff that you would want to buy, right? And then we have Batman Incorporated Issue 2. Like I said, I'm not going to be buying the main cover. I will be buying the embossed cover. Just not a fan of all those incorporated characters from all these different places. I feel like these guys have no real personality. I can't get attached to anybody. I'm just not a fan of Ghostmaker either. This is a nice cover, though, as well. And then we have this one for Batman Incorporated Issue 2. Then for all you old school fans that want some facsimile editions, we got Detective Comics Issue 38. That's pretty awesome. The sensational find of Robin the Boy Wonder. So that's a cool book if you ever wanted it, right? Then we have Batman Gotham Knights. Was it Gilded City Issue 2? Is this based off of the video game? So yeah, we got that coming out. And then we have the penultimate issue of Dark Crisis on Infinite Earth, right? This is issue 6. I'm excited for this. I like this event. I don't think maybe it's the best event, but I definitely like it. I love the artwork in it. There's a lot of action in it. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen after all this. So yeah, looking forward to it. This is a nice little cover right here. And then we got the variant, another variant here. And then there's also 90s retro variants for Batman vs. Robin. And we have Batgirls issue 12. That's kind of cool. I Am Batman issue 15. So it's Nightfall. And then Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue 17. And then Wonder Woman, issue 793. Those are really cool, man. So that's cool stuff. And now we move on to Marvel. So we got Marvel's Blade, A Vampire Nation, issue 1. A deep dive into Dracula's new kingdom as established in Avengers, starring Blade, the sheriff of Vampire Nation. So that's kind of cool. So if you guys want to get into Blade, know more about him, check these out. These are some nice looking covers. Look at that last cover there by In-Hyuk Lee. That is absolutely gorgeous. I'm probably going to get that one myself. Then we get Gold Goblin issue 1. It's not easy being Gold. Norman Osborn's sins may have been cleansed, but his memories weren't, and he's done plenty of horrific things to remember. Norman's worked hard to avoid all things Goblin and to stay on the straight and narrow. Consequences in Amazing Spider-Man pushed him to try superheroing, and he liked it. But when the media dub him the Gold Goblin, he has to start wondering, can he ever get away from the Goblin inside? That is quite an interesting story, and if you read the most recent issue of Amazing Spider-Man, we get to see Hobgoblin in this book ruin a deal between Kingsley and Norman Osborn. So again, his past always haunts him. So can he stay on the straight and narrow? We'll find out. I'm excited for Gold Goblin. All right, and then we got your variant covers. So they look pretty cool. And then we have Captain America in the Winter Soldier special. So this looks like a one-shot here, and it looks like Winter Soldier's getting a new costume. So I guess if costumes drive spec, then you might want to pick up this book here. He's wearing like a cape, okay? Then, out of all the books that I was looking over for this particular comic book week, Murder World Avengers definitely piques my interest the most. Ready, set, die. Here we go, guys. Arcade coming back. We got the Avengers in Murder World. I cannot wait. I think the last time I read a book where characters were in Murder World, I think it was like Young Avengers or something like that, where a whole bunch of Avengers like died, and oh man, it was so good. Check out this variant cover with freaking Arcade in there, and he's pouring ketchup all over this earth. That's so funny. So definitely looking forward to that. If you're a Star Wars person, we have Star Wars Hidden Empire issue 1. So we have the mysterious syndicate Crimson Dawn, Lady Kira. And then we got the Hidden Empire variant covers. And then we have Chroma issue 1. If you're a Peach Momoko fan and you love Demon Wars or Demon Days, we got Demon Wars Shielded of Justice. And then there's your variant covers there. Looks pretty good. There's some more. Wakanda issue 2. M'Baku proves his worth. While T'Challa has been handling situations on Earth, M'Baku has acted as regent over the intergalactic empire, and when a foe from Wakanda's past threatens to destroy its future, M'Baku will prove why the cosmos were entrusted to him. If you're into the Wakanda stuff, definitely check it out, guys. Now we move on to the indie gems. There seems like there's a lot of apocalyptic books and horror books getting ready to hit the shelves for this particular comic book week. This one is from Boom Studios. This is called Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. And it looks like it has these two people, Maseo and Mezi, working together to get through it all. So I don't know, I'll check that one out. Seems pretty cool. I mean, when it comes to new number ones, when it comes to indies, I think they're always worth the try, right? And then you have this other book which I'm really excited about from Boom. This is called Specs issue 1. In this mysterious new series from writer David M. Booher, and he did Kanto and I guess the House of Slaughter as well. What happens when a couple of misfit teens mail order a pair of x-ray glasses and realize they received much more than they bargained for? But all Kenny and Ted want is to not feel like outcasts in a small Ohio town. Their world is turned upside down when the magic specs they receive unlock a world of possibilities. Their wishes start out innocent enough, but when they wish that their bully would disappear, things take a cursed turn with far darker consequences than they thought possible. This is awesome. I love this concept of story. I am on board with this. If you guys want specs right now, make sure you let your comic book shop know this could be the next best thing when it comes to a horror comic book. Wow, what a concept for a story. Here's is your variants. Next, we have Door to Door, Night by Night, issue 1. So we have this one here, and then it's from Vault Comics. That looks kind of creepy. Then another huge book that came out this past couple comic book weeks is Dark Ride, issue 1. This is the second printing. So if you did not get a chance to get a hands on issue 1, now's your chance, because issue 2 will also be coming out. Dark Ride issue 1 was fantastic about this theme park that is all horror. And how this theme park was created, we don't know yet, but I definitely have an idea. I definitely say pick this book up. Don't pass on it, guys. This is a must read. I think this is another one of these horror books that is getting ready to take off. Then we have Darkland issue 1, Scout Comics, okay? Traveling to Mars issue 1. This is another interesting book that I was reading. This one is done by Mark Russell. From the two-time Eisner and Harvey Award nominee Mark Russell and a hot new talent, Roberto Melli, comes a compelling new sci-fi series. Traveling to Mars tells the story of the former pet store manager Roy Livingston, the first human to ever set foot on Mars. Roy was chosen for this unlikely mission for one simple reason. He is terminally ill and therefore has no expectation of returning. Roy is joined on his mission to Mars by Leopold and Albert, two Mars rovers equipped with AI who look upon the dying pet store manager as a sort of god, against the backdrop of not only his waning days, but those of human civilization as well. Roy has ample time to think about where things went wrong for both of them and what it means to be a dying god. A riveting story of a planetary exploration and of finding meaning in your final days. So that seems like a very interesting story, and Ablaze tends to come out with some great books. So definitely give this one a try when it comes out. We have Soldier Stories one shot. So obviously this is about soldiers in the field. This could be a very interesting book. This one's from Image Comics. Then we have Rogue State issue 1. This is from Black Mask. Some of their stories have been actually really good too. Again, if you guys are tired of the capes and masks, go on to these indie books. Some of these are the best books these days, man. Then we have Gospel issue 1. Night of Lady of Play. This is one shot. This one is from Image Comics. Then we have Two Graves issue 1. Then we have some of that. And then from Dynamite, we have Lord of the Jungle issue 1. So if this is like Tarzan, yeah, definitely pick this one up. And then this looks like a fun one. Bill and Ted's Day of Dead one shot. So if you love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, yeah, man, this one is for you. But this is a book that I think a lot of you guys might want to buy just so you have it in your collection. This is G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issue 3. This is it. This is the final story arc of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. I think this is the final issue of the run before it goes away from IDW. I don't know where it goes from here. This is a $6.99 book, and you just don't see books make it this high anymore. And I don't know if you'll ever see a G.I. Joe make it to 300. And there's some gorgeous covers here. So yeah, guys, check it out. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, issue 300. So hopefully there's something on this list that you guys want to purchase, and if there is, let your LCS know so you don't miss out on it. And of course, guys, if you love the video, you know what you got to do. You got to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. And if you love the content, here's more content right here for you to click on. And as always, guys, keep buying, keep collecting, but always read your comic books. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you real soon. Bye.